me go ahead and say this is going to be a short live stream. I hope kind of sore. Yeah, I'm very sore, and been sore since last night. So let me go ahead and talk about this. Right, I think. See, my here is my problem with social media, and since money was since notifications, not notifications, since monetization has been included into the process of creating content, and it produces the need to for people in real life to make money off the pain of other people, or produce pain itself afflicted on others while money is being made. Now, I remember some of us who are old enough remember when YouTube was first formed and nobody was making money off of it. There was no donation button. There was no, um, people were just putting their opinions out, right? And it seems though that nobody, it seems like the wackier the person, the less, well, not the less traction, but um, the less money that money was being made. But because of super chats and the you know the monetization button, it seems though people just make things up without even looking at the facts. And even if, and this is where debate me is right about. You know, um, I know debate me. I know Ricky Manor, right? Um, they're from two um, polar opposites on the political spectrum. And debate me was kind of upset about Ricky's Ricky Manor's videos, two videos we talk about in his defense of Candace Owens. Now, there's a thing called Edwin Burke put out this quote saying the only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. Well, Candace Owens should be in jail. Candace Owens should have been in jail a long time ago. But because of the grift and because of the weakness of how people are so dumb, and yes, people are on here dumb. People who people who looking for YouTube daddies and YouTube mamas, they tend to get up in the way while they dole out money to these nefarious people. And Candace Owens is a nefarious person. Time after time, when you have a person who have um who had created a website called what's it called? I think it was called social autopsy, which was a doxing website where children was being doxed, children of YouTubers and Twitter holders being doxxed, right? Who was part of that website? Candace Owens. And she was doxing conservative Trump supporters and Republicans. But nobody want to talk about that because the truth doesn't matter. It's all about the grift. So she rose up the ranks of black YouTube, because I remember Candace Owens when she went by the name of Red pill black. And she was a black liberal, Obama supporting liberal from the liberal northeast. Now though she becomes the most biggest conservative, you know, grifter. And now since though she got fired from the Daily Wire, and I'm gonna talk about this Daily Wire thing. It's a lot deeper than that. I actually think it's a lot deeper on why she got canned. But like I said, hold on, let me see who's in the chat room. I ain't looking at the chat room, you know. Oh, so anyway, so she came from the black sector YouTube, and black women need to be respected, and then turn right back around for the almighty dollar to do the whole, well, I'm with white men now because black men ain't ish, and the black community ain't this, and nobody, and nobody, and this is where debate me is right about, you know, this is what debate me is right about. How many people got hurt behind Candace Owens? How many people got hurt behind Brandon Tatum? Because Ahmaud Arbery, for a prime example, Ahmaud Arbery was called a Doug. He was called this. Seems like every black man or every black woman, black person who got accosted unjustly had the civil rights taken away, the 14th Amendment rights being taken away, and civil rights being taken away. And only thing Candace Owens would say is, so what? Black people's problems is y'all need to either get married, y'all need to um, stop having abortions, as if though that's what majority of black people do, ignoring the fact of certain atrocities being doled when it comes to certain being doled to a certain demographics to from um um what you would call it, from certain local authorities. She looks around that issue rather than starting looking at the issue for what it is. When you try to cover up the truth because you allowed the money to get in the way, therefore you're part of the problem. This is where debate me is referring to. I hope that's what he's referring to, because how many times the people who are grift harm other individuals, and no, and there's no recourse, um there's no consequence being made towards said said individual. um I do want Candace Owens to be sued. I do want Candace Owens to be um I do want Candace Owens to be um investigated. She should be investigated about the Brexit thing. The whole Brexit, not ain't Brexit, Blacksit, what it's called, that was stolen from another individual. Something that has to do with banking. Something has to do with banking, and I think it's in the Midwest states. But she made it and turned it into, she stole Blacksit, or Blacksit, was it Brixit, Blacksit? She stole it from another black woman when when the second black woman was doing it based upon, well, she was the first though, but she was doing it on the basis of, we need to remove our black money from these white banks that ain't serving the community well, and give it to black banks. That's what that's what Blacksit was really about. But Candace took the name, override all these other people and made it about leaving the Democratic Party. How many people got hurt behind that? You know, when you saw Brandon Tatum, and I had this conversation with Brandon Tatum on the Joe Pag show. Yes, I do be calling in on conservative talk radio. If y'all really want to, well, I used to call on blog talk, not blog talk, or conservative talk radio, and go in on Brandon Tatum. Brandon Tatum knows who I am, by the way. He knows who I am, and he knows I'm not playing with him, but playing with his ass. The thing is, right, is that when you try to uncover, when you try to cover up the truth about certain situations, like Ahmaud Arbery, like the lady in Kentucky, I forgot her name. I'm so sorry that I forgot her name. When the truth of those cases are being covered up for coins, you're doing a lot of harm to society. Now, America is being fractured by grifting. Why? Because nobody wants to know what the truth is, and then we live in a population where some people are dumb as hell. We got people on here who's solely misinformed for whatever the reason it is, that they rather believe what somebody on YouTube or TikTok say. There is one thing though I admire about the Chinese government. I know people gonna say, well, like Big J, aren't you being pro-communist when you about to say it? No. I want y'all to pay close attention to what I'm saying, because not everything has to do with communism. When it comes about China, it's not necessarily about communism. What the Chinese are doing is more about Confucianism, a Confucius mentality. When they do TikTok, right? And yes, TikTok, the communists will close down TikTok 9 o'clock at night. But what if you go on TikTok in China? Guess what's being taught? Guess is the content. You better know how. You better be some cooking videos. It better be some makeup materials. It better be. I know how to do some plumbing or DUI. No, do it yourself. DIY. All that stuff, right? But if you go on to Western society on TikTok, guess what happens? It promotes foolishness. It promotes, and that's why society, that's why America, Canada, United Kingdom, Ireland itself. If you go to any YouTube channel within the countries I just named, even Australia, it's the same rhetoric, the same garbage, the same gender war, same racial war. That's all about grifting. Now about the truth, and there's nobody to say, no, I'm sorry, you can't say that. You're going too far. What you just said. What you said is not accurate. There's been too many people on here. I'm gonna use Candace Owens as a prime example, right? Candace Owens has been exposed so many times that there are some videos that you can no longer look up. The video when she made that doxing website, You can't even look up that website up anymore on YouTube because some of them channels are gone because somebody made money like grifting. They grift to a point where they told YouTube and Google to take down those videos that that exposes the past of Candace Owens. That's why if you look at the thumbnail of this video, you see that a Hispanic woman next to Candace Owens because the Hispanic woman told the truth about Candace. You can't even find her video when she talked about Candace Owens. You know, it's kind of like I'm gonna use another person, right, about grifting, and this is the reason why some people, I think FD Signifier talked about it in his video. FD Signifier made a video called "Making Money Off of Weak Men." Weak men was in the title. They make money off of weak men. Where a woman talked about, there was a lady who was on the video, FD Signifier's video, where she talked about Section 230 and why some people want Section 230 to be done because of things like this going on. So I like to ask though, to Ricky Manor, how many people got hurt behind Candace Owens and Brandon Tatum's rhetoric? And yes, I did say that, right? But also let me say this: how many people got hurt behind these pro-blacks? Because I know, because like I said, if I'm gonna hit one, I'm gonna have to hit the other. I'm gonna hit it across the board. How many people got hurt by the rhetoric of the pro-blacks? Oh yes. I'm going to say this because let me say this too. A lot of y'all who in the pro-blacks had attacked people like Golden Goddess. Y'all had attacked people like um uh cyberspace. Y'all anytime I remember 2019, 2018, 2019, a lot of you so-called pro-blacks, I'm targeting y'all too, and then I'm lumping you up in this too, have grifted, making up narratives about biracials. And then when Miss Cyberspace was over here, and when Gigi Golden Gods was over here, oh, y'all went all in, putting y'all boots on their necks and slandering, and y'all grifting, talking about we need to protect our space. I remember that. So yes, the grifting is a threat, is the enemy to what's true. It's not just black men coming online talking about, and that's all. I'm gonna use this too with Tommy Sotomayor and so forth. Oh, black woman this, black woman that, grifting off of black women while weak men or boys are gravitating to the rhetoric when there's no concrete evidence of the harm black women that all black women do to all black men. And then they make money off of it. And then though, when 2, 3 women on YouTube being physically assaulted or doxxed or harassed, there's no recourse. So I do agree with debate me about that. When it comes to Candace Owens, come to Brandon Tatum, they do not need to be defended. Candace Owens Candace Owens is going to try to make her way back over here as if this was 2014, and she's going to do power to the people, and she's going to have her her you know and then though we're going to have the same old debate about biracials, because she's going to have a little biracial child with her, and pro blacks, I call them pro quacks. They're going to have a problem, like they always do. And I'm gonna say something too. I want y'all to notice something. I always notice that some of these pro blacks, the ones like Q Butter and Psychopath Atheists, notice they always in Midtown Pookie and them. Notice they always want to attack black people who either have a multiracial channel, or those who have uh white spouses. They always want to attack those, but then they scared to go after white races right then and there. I always notice that. I always see pro blacks as cowards in this space. Always have, always will. But they're talking about this is our space while they're using white man's internet and the white man's website. Shouldn't you get your own? Always been telling them idiots that. But anyway, back, and they use that to grift. You see, yeah, man. See that white people going in our spaces. Stop grifting. White people has always have been in the space. In fact, white people own the space. But anyway, I know I'm going off the tangent. I'm going off I'm going off the beaten path on that, because because it kind of, there's so many threads to this. You know, um. So yeah, I just think though the grifting. If there was no such thing as grifting, I think the Candace Owens, the Brandon Tatum's of the world, the Anthony Bryan Logans, um, that black conservative, that Negro by name of Mr. Black Conservative with his coon ass. I think though they would never ever have no input in political this discourse, because the black conservative is, I'm gonna say it right now, the black conservative is just a tool. Because if you really talk to a black conservative, notice they never talk about foreign policy. They never talk about trade policy. They never talk about um, taxes uh, as a whole. They never do. The only time when they're going to talk, they're going to talk is about black women having abortions, black men not being fathers, black people voting Democrat all the time, and black people are stupid. But you never hear them. They only talk about things when it only concerns black people, not about the entire country or the entire civilization. I noticed that. Whether that's black conservatives, black Republicans here in the United States, the black Canadians, because I watch these black Canadians in Canada. Even the black conservatives in Great Britain, they do the same thing. They just buck dance and shoe shine and grifting for white conservatives, because they never really talk. They never really don't sit there and talk about, well, what we need to do something with taxes. We need to do something with this, that, third. And we need here's my views on foreign policy. Here's my views on trade. Here's my views on agriculture. No, it's always some. Well, the black man ain't shit. The black woman ain't shit. Black women are 304s. Black men are the dusties. They have baby. Black women have abortions. Black men ain't accountable to have. The same old thing with white conservatives want to see, want what they want to say, but they can't. That they quote unquote can't say it. They say things that white conservatives wish that they can say, and that's the only reason why though there is a microphone in their face. That's why debate me is right, Ricky, of the harm that Candace Owens, Anthony Brian Logan, and Brandon Tatum does. That's all I gotta say on that. Um, I know in the middle of this live stream, I went off the beaten path because yeah, I got to put my boot on on these net setters, these Q butters, the encyclopedias of the world. I got to put my boot on their neck too. But the thing is, it's the same narrative. You know, they make money off the pain. I'm talking about the Candace Owens of the world. They make money off the pain and stereotypes of black people. Especially what happened to that's her name, Breonna Taylor. The death of Breonna Taylor was she was messing with a thug. What Ahmaud Arbery was a Doug. Stereotypes. And no, and just because I said it doesn't mean you black liberals are off the hook. No, 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 no. Because you black liberals are not off the hook because how y'all try to treat when y'all sit there and put Benjamin Crump up on up in our faces about the George Floyd thing, and then had Al Sharpton get on the stage and talking about Benjamin Crump is the Attorney General of all black people. When the officer of the case was sentenced, no, when he was found out to be guilty in the death of George Floyd. So you black liberals are part of the problem too. Some of that wokeism shit, y'all helped created some of this too, but that's not. But again, that's for a whole entire different video. But I like I said, I got to put my boot on y'all's necks too. Like you, Bacardi, what's his name? Bacardi Sellers, or who I like to call Bacardi sellout. Bacardi Sellers, you are a sellout. You sold out to the Clintons. You sold out to the liberal wing of the Democratic Party. You are a sellout. And I'm a Democrat and I'm saying it. I'm a Democrat and I'm saying you are a sellout to the Democratic Party. You people like you in Roland Martin are sellouts and grifting and shields. Knowing the fact that the National Democratic Party really don't, put so much lip service. The only reason why I'm a Democrat, I just I just want to see the Republican Party of the South to be defeated. That's the only reason why I'm on it. I vote Democrat. I just want to see the Republican Party in Texas to be. I just can't stand. I can't stand the 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 J lobby, quote unquote. Y'all knew who I'm referring to. I cannot stand the evangelical community. I'm gonna say this: the evangelical community is trying to push fascism in America. That's why I don't, you know, and I don't like these big time bankers that's stealing everybody's money. That's also the reason why though I'm not on, you know. So anyway, so anyway, so that's all I'm saying on that, you know. So why is the black media talking to her? Well, she's trying to come back home. She came from black media, and she trying, and like she's trying to do what the in the Bible with the prodigal son. She's trying to do the prodigal son narrative. Come on back home, and we supposed to just open up our arms to her and no, 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 no. You made all this money defaming black people, black victims of black victims of local governments. Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery. I'm still gonna say their names. Breonna Taylor and Ahmaud Arbery was victims of the local governments that they was in. And all she did was, oh, Breonna Taylor was if she hadn't slept around with a Doug, she would be alive. Putting out this narrative, oh, if Ahmaud Arbery was a weed head, Doug, who came from a one parent household, trying to create these narratives, these anti-black narratives. Now, though, all of a sudden she want to come back home while she made money off of it. Like I said, Candace Owens should have been in jail over that website she made in 2015. How come nobody else ain't talking about that? I made videos about that years ago about that. Nobody don't want to mention about that website, that doxing website she made, and I know doxing is illegal. Dropping somebody's docs is illegal, and Candace Owens needs to be investigated. The makers of the website needs to be investigated. You don't go after people's kids. You know, you don't go after people's kids. So yeah. So anyway, I agree with debate me. Um, you know, um, the grifting is the enemy of the truth. Yeah, and that's all I gotta say. Y'all have a good one. I'm out.